Hello all. This is the question paper of MPSC State Service Preliminary Examination 2020. It was recently held on 21st of March 2021. And we are looking at the Polity section of MPSC 2021. Right. This is question number 71. Which of the following statements regarding Central Information Commission is correct? The Central Information Commission. Okay, so this was an expected question because of the recent RTI Amendment Bill 2019. Right. The statement 1 reads as it is a constitutional body, but which is not. It is a constitutional body. It is not a constitutional body. It was constituted through official gazette notification under the provisions of RTI Act 2005. So the statement 1 here is wrong. Still we will read it. Includes 1 CIC and not more than 5 information commissioners. This is wrong. There is not more than 10 information commissioners. Okay. So the first statement is wrong. Second statement. The CIC and ICs are appointed by the president. Right. On the recommendation of committee headed by the Home Minister. This is wrong. The committee is headed by PM. Okay. So the statement 2 is incorrect. The statement 3. They hold office for a term of 5 years or until they attain the age of 70 years. This should be 65 years because okay. So this statement is wrong. So the remaining one, the fourth statement, should be the right answer. Okay. Coming to the question number 72. Which of the following statements are true about Cabinet Secretariat? Right. So A. It came into existence in 1950. Okay. The next is it operates under the direction of Prime Minister. This most of the people know, right? The B option, it is true. C, it is a line agency. Okay. And D, it functions as the chief coordinating agency in the central government. Okay, this is also right. Right. So we can consider the answer option number 3, B and D. Okay. But what about the other options? It came into existence in 1950? No. It was previously known as Executive Council, which was later in the interim government 1946 renamed as Cabinet Secretariat. And the C, it is line agency. This is wrong because line agencies are different. Right. So there are three. The agencies are divided into 3 categories: line agencies, staff agencies, and auxiliary agencies. Okay. So these line agencies are the departments in the government of India. For example, health, defense, education, labor, railways, transport, etc. And the staff agencies are Planning Commission, National Development Council, Cabinet Secretariat. These are the staff agencies. So this is not a line agency. The correct answer should be option number 3, B and D. Coming to the question number 73. This one was the easier one, right? So which one of the following matters stand excluded from the jurisdiction of Interstate Council in India? Interstate Council, Article 263, right? So the option number 1, which stands excluded. Okay, the option number 1 is inquiring into and advice upon disputes which may have arisen between the states. Although there may be many inclusions and exclusions, I will read the options. The second option is adjudication of any dispute with respect to the use, distribution and control of water of any interstate river. This must not be there because this is under Article 262, interstate water disputes. So the answer must be option number 2, There is no need to read the other options. If we know Article 262, sorry, this should be 262. 262, right? If we know the Article 262, there is no need to read other options. But this question directly came from Indian Polity by M. Lakshmikant. Question number 74. This is the question where most of the students got confused between the options. So let's see. Which of the following has been wrongly listed as criteria for appointment of a judge of a high court? Right? This is high court. Okay, the option number 1 is he must have been held a judicial office in the territory of India for 10 years. This is right. Most of the questions from polity section are taken from or came from Indian Polity by M. Lakshmikant. He must have been held a judicial office in the territory of India for 10 years. This is right. He must have been an advocate of a high court for 10 years. Yes, this is also right. He must, in the opinion of the president, be a distinguished jurist. Most of the students might have feel that this is the right answer, but this is wrong. Option 3 is wrong. So therefore, option 3 is the right answer, because this condition is for Supreme Court judges, not High Court judges, right? Supreme Court judges, not High Court judges. So the answer is option number 3. Coming to the question number 75. Which of the following pairs are not correctly matched? So we have to clearly read this not correctly. Most of the students get confused in this. Okay, so A, calling attention motion to draw attention of the ministers on matters of urgent public importance. This is right. B, adjournment motion to adjourn the house before the expiry of the time. This is wrong. Adjournment motion is introduced in the parliament to draw attention of the house to a definite matter of urgent public importance. So this is wrong. So if we see the options, we can eliminate option number 4, option number 2, okay, and option number 1 also, because A is right. So the option number 3 must be the right answer. Privilege motion to draw attention of the speaker towards when the proceedings of the house do not follow rules of procedure. This is wrong, because it is concerned with the breach of parliamentary privilege. And point of order to draw attention of the speaker towards incorrect or incomplete answer by a minister. This is wrong, because a member can raise a point of order when the proceedings of the house do not follow the normal rules of procedure. Okay, so the answer is BCD. You can eliminate very easily. Question number 76. The question is to be read very carefully, because many a times we get confused in the wordings of the question. Like for this question, the question is, no citizen shall be denied admission into any educational institution maintained by the state or receiving aid out of state funds on grounds only of religion, race, caste, language, or any of them. This provision is contained in which of the following articles of the Constitution? This is an easy question which comes under right to equality in opportunity, which is Article 16, option number 2. In right to equality of opportunity under Article 16. Coming to the question number of 77. Consider the following statements regarding the position of the Speaker of Lok Sabha. They're asking about the Speaker of Lok Sabha. A, his or her salary and allowances are charged on the Consolidated Fund of India. This is correct. He or she has no vote except in case of tie. This is right. He or she can be removed by a resolution passed by a majority of the members present and voting in the House. This is to be known as simple majority, right? But the removal of simple majority, but the removal of Speaker of the Lok Sabha is done through effective majority, and effective majority is majority of more than 50% of the effective strength of the House, not considering the vacant seats. Okay, and D is, so this is the wrong one. He or she has a higher rank than Deputy Prime Minister? No, not higher than Deputy Prime Minister and Prime Minister. It is equal to Chief Justice of India. So if we can okay, so the correct option should be A, B only. Okay, A and B. So this is the correct answer. So the question number 78, consider the following statements and choose the correct code. A, in India, a constitutional amendment bill can be introduced in the parliament only with the prior permission of the president. This is incorrect, because there is no need for prior permission of the president. Prior permission needed in money bills, right? Not constitutional amendment bill. So this one is not correct. So A is not correct. They asked the correct code. So if we eliminate A, so this is wrong, this is wrong. We have two options, 2 and 4, only C and D, B, C, D. Now B will determine the fate of our answer. So B, in USA, every constitutional amendment must be ratified by at least 2/3 of the state legislature. No, this is wrong. So the correct answer is only C and D. So coming to the question number 79, which of the following statements are correct? A, Article 111 of the Constitution deals with the definition of money bills. Money bills are under Article 110, not Article 111. So this is incorrect. B, a bill categorized as financial bill under Article 1173 can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. So Article 1173, okay. So these bills are financial bills too, right? Which it contains the provisions involving expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India, but does not include any of the matter mentioned in Article 110, that is money bills. So which can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha? No. This can be introduced in Lok Sabha or Rajyaseva, in either house of parliament, and recommendation of president is also not necessary for its introduction. Then C, a bill categorized as financial bill under Article 1171, which we say as financial bills 1, cannot be rejected or amended by the Rajyaseva. This is also incorrect, because it can be rejected and amended by the Rajyaseva, because it is deemed to be as an ordinary bill, right? That means the correct answer is option number 3, none of the above. The question number 80, which one of the following statements is not correct? They are asking us which is not correct. Okay, so under Article 200, the governor may reserve the bill for the consideration of the president straight from Lakshmikant book. This is right. The president may direct the governor to return the bill for the reconsideration of the state legislature. Yes, this is right. If the bill is passed again by the state legislature with or without amendments and presented again to the president for his assent, the president is bound to give his assent to the bill. No, president is not bound to give his assent to the bill. He may give his assent to such a bill or withhold his assent. So this is not correct. So the answer must be option number 3. You need to read option number 4. Question number 81. This is a little bit tough question, because committees are not referred on regular basis by students, Which of the following statement about privilege committee is not correct? Not correct. So I will say it's answer directly, because we cannot eliminate anything if we don't know anything about this. So rule number 222 of the Lok Sabha and 187 of the Rajyaseva government privilege, this is right. It's on the website of Rajyaseva, rajyaseva.nic.in. that rule number 187 is there. In the Lok Sabha, the speaker nominates a committee of privilege considering of 15 members. This is also right. But in the Rajya Sabha, the deputy chairperson, no. The chairperson heads the committee of privileges that consists of 15 members. It consists of only 10 members. So 3 is not correct. So 3 must be the correct answer. Coming to the question number 82. Consider the following provisions. The residuary powers have been left with the center. Just read the question. The powers divided between states and the central government. President enjoys absolute veto over state bills. The union can change the name, area and boundary of the state without its consent. Which of the above, if absent, would make the Indian Constitution, more federal? Right, more federal. Means which must be absent so that the Indian Constitution will be more federal in nature. Federal, that means Sangharajya Paddhati, federal system. So coming back to the statements A, the residuary powers have been left with the centers. Yes, it has been left to the centers. But if this is absent, then what will happen? The subjects will be divided into center and the states. That will be more federal. So this is the one which should be absent. Which, if absent, it should not absent, but which, if absent, would make Indian Constitution more federal. Option B, the powers divided between states and the central government. Okay. If this is not, then it will be like a unitary feature. Because the power are divided between states and the central government, that's why we call it a federal feature. The next is, so this is not. President enjoys absolute veto over state bills. Okay, so state bills. For state bills, the president enjoys absolute veto over state bills. This is kind of a feature where state bills can be withheld by president. So if this is absent, then what happens? President would not be able to enjoy absolute veto over the state bills, and he must have to pass the bills. So that will be more federal. And the union can change the name, area and boundary of a state without its consent. Yes, without its consent. So if they take the consent of the concerned state, it would make the Constitution more federal in nature. So the answer must be A, C and D. That is option number 2. Okay. Question number 83. The situations that leads to judicial activism. What is judicial activism? It is proactive role played by judiciary. So this question seems to be directly from Lakshmikant book. Let's come back to the question. A. When the legislature fails to discharge its responsibility? Yes. In case of hung legislature, this when the legislature fails to discharge its responsibility, it reminds us the Vishaka case judgment. The next is in case of hung legislature where the government is very weak and unstable, right? When the government failed to protect the basic rights of the citizen, yes, there is judiciary for relief. And when the party in power misuses the courts of law for ulterior motives, yes. This, we don't have to remember anything else for this. So the correct answer is option number 3, all above. The question number 84, which one of the following statements is not correct? Okay, again they're asking which is not correct. The statement 1, these are all regarding the reorganization of the states. Statement 1 is no bills for the formation of new state shall be introduced in either house of parliament except on the recommendation of the president. This is right. This is article 2. Okay, then the president, before introducing to the bill in the parliament, shall refer it to the concerned state legislature for its views within a specified time period. Yes, and this is right. This is article 2 and 3. This is article 3 because within a specified time limit, and the thing is that president is not bound by the views of the state legislature. Okay. Yeah, there is the statement number 4, that parliament is not bound to accept the views of the state legislature. This is right. Parliament or president. This is right. This is right. The option number 3, parliament can form a new state only by law passed by special majority. No, there is no need no need to pass by a special majority, simple majority, because it is not a constitutional amendment, right? And this is under article 4 of the constitution. Article 4 itself declares that laws made for admission or establishment of new states under article 2 or altering existing states under article 3 are not to be considered as amendments under article 368. So this is under article 4. Okay, so the correct answer is option number 3. So now this is the last question of polity section in the question paper. There were a total 15 questions of polity. Question number 85, consider the following statements about national youth policy. This is something like a direct question about national youth policy. So A, the first national youth policy was adopted in 1986. No, it was adopted in 1988. Okay, 1988, where youth are defined as in the age group of 15 to 35. 15 to 35. The next is, that means the statement A is wrong, and we have been asked what are correct. Okay, so if we eliminate A, so we are with option number 3 and 4. Okay, so B will define our correct answer. So B is, in the 2003 policy, youth was defined as a person of age between 15 to 35. This is wrong. Okay, because in 2003 the youth was defined as the age group was lowered. It was 13 to 35. It was 13 to 35, right? The next one, that means B is wrong. The correct answer must be option number 4, only C. In the 2014 policy, the youth age group is defined as 15 to 29 years. This is the right answer. And this way we have covered polity questions from MPSC's preliminary examination, and we will be creating some more videos for the same with other sections. Thank you.